Um, right. In case you haven't noticed, then Justin, Lord Fartward out of Shrek, Trudeau guy, has lost his shit completely. So, um, he's got like, geez, emergency powers over people. He's battering folk. Well, know him personally because he's a midget and he couldn't batter MD. He's got the police out, but I still think that the the police are the type of people who take that job, and it's because somebody beat them up and bullied them when they were young and they get into that job so they can bully people, because nobody who had a shred of decency would treat people like that. The way the police in Canada are acting, the way the police in Australia are acting, the way the police in Scotland are acting, the way the police in general are acting is scumbag material. So we've got him, then we've got Jacinda with the teeth. Um, she's lost the plot as well. You've got Australia. I seen something earlier. Australia. Nobody wants to visit the tourist thing. Nobody wants to visit Australia. Do you think it's got something to do with the fact that you kicked out the number one tennis player in the world and put him in a stinking hotel? The guy's a multi-millionaire. It's not as if he couldn't afford somewhere better. I wouldn't have stayed there. And I'm not loaded, right? And you were feeding the guy, God alone, no, it was god awful because he was taking pictures of it and stuff, right? Um, so why on earth would anybody who's not right, if you can put a multi-millionaire in a shithole and treat them like that, why on earth do you think anybody in their right mind would want to come there on a tourist bloody vacation? Are you mental? Nobody's going to go to New Zealand because that bitch has just shut the borders forevermore. Um, don't care. I had no intention of going anywhere like that anyway. So, doesn't bother me personally, but I'm quite sure it bothers people who maybe wanted to see their family, or the actual folk in the place want to get the hell out of it, I would imagine. Austria, Germany, they went into pure, like, Hitler mode. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't get it. Boris is only back down. Everybody's singing Boris's praises, and that's what he wants. But the only reason Boris is back down is because he get caught out having 95 parties in one night, every night for about 10 months in Downing Street. So, while everybody else wasn't allowed to vend at their funeral and shit like that, right? So, sort of makes him look bad. So he's just went, all right, I'll be nice to you. You can have your freedom back. We should never have our freedom took off us in the first place. And see if Boris had a set of boys opposed to fucking Carrie Antoinette having them in her handbag. And she's a woke, bloody green witch who appointed all these assholes in the first place. And Chris Whitty is the Crypt Keeper General. That guy looks as if he's just crawled out a bloody grave. And he's giving us health advice. Jesus fucking wept. But, no, if Boris had a fucking pair of boys, what he would do is just go, he would have said it, in fact, it wouldn't have been the new, he would have done it bloody at the start, right? But he's no, see now that he's under threat, he's worrying about his legacy and all this crap, which I think's disgusting, to be quite fair. And he's basically the only thing he's going to run on is the fact that, oh, do you want Starmer in? No, nobody wants stammering, right? But what he needs to do is to do something about the devolved shambles of Scotland and Wales. See if he wants votes. That's where to get votes, is to curtail bloody Sturgeon and Drakeford. Curtail the pair of them. I see Northern Ireland, they've cut their thingies or whatever, but that bitch up here, I'm in Scotland, funnily enough, going by my accent, but that bitch up here is going hell for leather. Well, Boris is wanting to go like that. No, you're part of the UK. That should be an overall thing. She shouldn't be allowed to just make up wee stories in her head and fucking do what she likes. Because she's a bloody horrendous bitch. To be fair. She's ruining Scotland did used to be, I can't believe, do you know what? I think everybody, apart from a few sort of like folk, for whatever reason, haven't they actually bothered, just started jagging up smack. I think that's what's happening. It must be what's happening in bloody Wales as well, because everybody just seems to be bending over and taking this crap right up their arse. And you've done it to be fair, you took it up the arse in fucking England, right? Yous are lucky because Boris got caught out with his party push and whatever else, right? But if Boris didn't go, yous would still be going like that. Oh, right then, I just geese it up the arse, fucking boosters and blah de blah de blah. We need more folk like that doctor that spoke out and the folk that are speaking out and saying no. There's something weird about this, there's something weird about the masks, there's something weird, whatever, right? You need folk. And this might be like a meme on the internet, right? But there is a good point to this. Then, if you got vaccinated 3 times for polio, and you got polio, do you think you'd have something to say about it? But folk have been vaccinated 3 times for this mystery fucking plague. They've still caught it and they're still willing to go for a 4th one. How fucking stupid do you need to be? Right? If you get if you went for like tetanus, your tetanus thing usually is you get that, and then if something happens, like you get stabbed by a rusty nail or some bollocks, right, then you maybe need to go and get like a tetanus jag or whatever, right? But you don't get it 3-4 times a year. And folk are just willingly just, alright then. Look, do you want to shove a flare brush up my arse while you're at it? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Oh, and is 1 mask enough, or would you like me to wear 4? Do you want me to put a bin bag in my head? Like, how bloody compliant are people? And you know what? They've found out exactly how compliant you are. So, next thing is climate change lockdowns. Telling you,